Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what
I have.
Welcome to yet another exciting edition of Sports Talk here on Atlantic Television Network. On this edition of the program, Adesanya against Top Recognition Ultimate Fight Championship, coming in from tennis, Sabalenka Golf suffered shock defeat at the Qatar Open. Madrid stunned City with their lead winner in the UEFA Champions League playoff. Details of these and many more will be yours when we return from the break. Stay with us.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
nobody's ambition is what
I have fought a very firmly. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
Welcome back. It's Sports Talk here at Atlantic Television Network and Echo Policia.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. As I say, good morning.
Well, let's get started as usual. We'll start from the local scene where there was jubilation in Anambra following the reception for Lilian Ude, one of the Nigeria's brightest at the cricket under-20, under-19 International Cricket Council match. Of course, remember competition a few weeks ago. Nigeria did participate at the International Cricket Council championship that took place in Malaysia, and it turned out to be Nigeria's first victory at the international scene in cricket after over 60 years. And the people of African local government area in Ebonyi State are very happy that one of their own took part in this celebration.
It's always a delight to get to see how far, you know, when someone has done very well, clothed in glory. She was very instrumental in what in the way she went about, you know, the cricket tournament, the T20I we saw there in Malaysia, and I think that she truly deserves every reception, every celebration, every plaudit, because it's rare to get to see cricketers celebrated in Nigeria, but for today, I think she was one of a kind. I remember what she and Lucky P.T. the captain of the side, did together. What a beautiful combination. At some point, she critically won us the game against Ireland. She was instrumental to winning that particular encounter for us. She had a wonderful, a bat and off wickets, and that ensured that we won that one. I think that is lovely, and this is even goes to show that if we get more cricketers too, they can be celebrated in their own region and in their own states, and this is just a way of saying yes, we value cricket, we value sports. So when a sportsman or woman does something very important, she or he is likely to be celebrated, and they just lead by example this time around.
Talking about Lilian Ude, Nigeria's representative at the Under-19 International Cricket Council Championship being received by our people. The Deputy Governor of the state was among dignitaries that welcome the 19-year-old to the local government area. I think we say congratulations to her, and I hope that there will be more, or that others will emulate from what has happened to Lilian Ude out there. Let's look at the Ultimate Fight Championship now, and former two-time Ultimate Fight Championship middleweight champion Israel Adesanya has expressed gratitude following his announcement that he is part of the 2019 clash with Gastelum, will be inducted into the Ultimate Fight Championship Hall of Fame. Israel Adesanya, a lot of people think that he should begin to retire, but his induction into the Hall of Fame now has shown that yes, he is one man that cannot be ignored when Ultimate Fight Championship is mentioned. Yeah,
I mean, regardless of his defeat in recent time, it's difficult because he has already done a lot. I mean, we're talking about former champion, in the UFC, and it's difficult to really not place his name. Style bender, I tell you, it doesn't matter how far he has fallen down the pecking order in terms of not having a belt, in terms of recent defeat.
Three times he's been consecutively defeated.
Yes, 3 times, and it tells how far he's gone down. But he's a man respected in his own right. I mean, in recent time we have not seen that that look as a man.
And you come back when you lose 3 times.
It's kind of difficult, and then the way he even lost the recent time shows that he has little or nothing to offer anymore in the MMA. But regardless, it's part of way saying that okay, it doesn't matter how far. We'll still honor you for the things that you have done previously. And so I'm looking at his past glory speaking for him, and that's why he's been recognized.
We're talking about induction on the Hall of Fame by the Ultimate Fight Championship ruling council. You will see Israel, the style bender, at Las Vegas, United States of America, when this induction ceremony will take place. And Nigerians are proud of him. He's Nigerian New Zealander. He is now he now has the New Zealand citizenship status, but then Nigeria still follow up what will be happening to Israel at this time. The self-styled bender himself. We just hope that he can still come back. Yes, he's lost 3 times consecutively, but a lot of people believe with his age, it looks increasingly difficult that he can bounce back. Do you think age will hinder his coming back? Having lost 3 times and he's getting close to 40?
I think so too. In the UFC, yes, just like every other sport, somehow when you are young, you tend to achieve a whole lot, and we saw that at his prime age, but somehow recently we have not seen him, that sort of energy that he displayed, those kind of acrobatic display we used to see from him. We haven't seen that in recent time, and that's because age gradually is catching up with him. But I think that no matter how tense you are during the training sections and all that, the natural phenomenon that comes with aging, at 40 years, you still look at, okay, he can still fight a little, but then his training setup may not be as rigorous as it was when he was younger. And so I believe that truly age will still catch up with him, but the lot tells, the level of collaboration, the level of movement, social activities that he's found himself to will also be limited. But I feel that age is also a barrier to, but we've also seen a lot of guys who are doing so well at his level, and that's why I in question why he's just losing back to back to back. He's never done like that in the recent time, and for me, I just think that he needs to, beyond age, he needs to just watch it a little bit to see why he's really not getting it right.
Let's hope that Israel Adesanya can bounce back. He's lost 3 times, yes, but we hope he can bounce back and then retire, in a very big way. And of course, going like what we've seen now, he will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, Ultimate Fight Championship. He definitely will be remembered anytime the sport is talked about. Meanwhile, let's look at what a lot of people call the elder brother to the Ultimate Fight Championship. This is boxing. The International Boxing Association has announced plans to take legal action against the International Olympic body over transgender ban. The International Olympic Committee it's talked about or to have allowed transgender participation at the Paris Olympic Games. They actually, but now all of this will stop with the new president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, saying transgender games will no longer be recognized in the United States of America.
And it's necessary. I mean, it's for me. It's not a good. It's not a good stand. I think the U.S. needed to lead by example, and Trump is someone who does not value those, those transgender stuff. To him, he feels that.
But it's unfair.
It's unfair. I mean, you are not in the. I mean, you are if not. I mean, if you have those cells and gene that gives advantage over other women, you can now fight. Because for me, it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. A man fighting in the female sector, or female, I don't think it makes sense. It robs the value, that we get. We want to see men fight men. We want to see women fight women, and that's what it should be. Anything more than that is giving an advantage to certain persons, and it shouldn't be in sports.
The advantage should not be very recognized in sports, and transgender gives advantage of sex or one sex over the other. Meanwhile, World Athletics is set to introduce a swab test for elite athletes who wish to compete in the women's category at the international events. This is addressing what they call pre-clearance requirement, and for me, very necessary at competitions.
Very necessary, and I think that all those things are necessary. I mean, they already know that as the year comes to be, a lot of requirements are desired. Sample test, sex test, I mean a lot, and they need to follow all these things so that they can submit every detail about themselves that they need to use in other international, global, and every other participation that there will be, this year. I think it's necessary, and the earlier the better. But for me, I don't think that it's coming late. This is February already. Some of those things would have been done as the year breaks, as the sporting year breaks in athletics. They need to get all those things and to follow up other proteins.
The trend around the world, or the world athletics body is definitely have to follow transgender, no advantage, and the institution where maybe your testosterone level gives you some level of advantage over the others will no longer be tolerated. The World Athletics Council meeting is next month, and expect to determine when the new regulations could be implemented. But with what is happening in the United States of America, I'm very sure that all bodies in sports will follow suit, and ensure that transgender athletes do not compete, and of course have a fair advantage over others. Meanwhile, now let's go to tennis. And April, British number 2, Cameron Norris seems to have beaten American Zachary Zavja in straight sets to reach the Delray Beach second round fixture. But can he take it a step higher? Norris, who is the 2022 winner, needed 90 minutes to seal a 7-5, 6-4 win over world number 169. But something interesting here, a lot of people believe that these British champions don't go beyond their shores.
And that's the problem, especially for Norrie, who has really fallen down, the rankings in recent times. Norrie was within the first 15, at some point in 2022, 2023, but somehow injury concerns, let him slip down. But I think that using this particular one now to get British sports to Jack Draper, so all this also pile pressure on him. But let's see. This beach tournament is one that not many are participating, but at this point you reserve the right to make selection of the ATP you want to participate and the tournament you want to be in, to also prepare for other Grand Slams and other heavyweights, like Masters and bigger ATP 500. But for him, I hope that he can go the way. I mean, when he plays in scenes like this or a tournament like this, he should get at least a later stage of the competition. Anything other than that, even if he's done the packing letters and rankings, he is still respected among his peers. So I hope that he can go far. But like you said rightly, the British have not been doing well in recent times, and it doesn't make sense at all.
Talking about rankings reminds me that after the Australian Open, which is of course gone with the 2,000 points, those who are not very successful at the Australian Open are looking out for ATPs and WTAs to bring more points that could improve on their rankings. This is Tunisia's first win against a top 10 opponent since last year at the Madrid Open. She seems to be struggling with injury. Is the injury concern over? Talking about Ange Bois from Tunisia.
No, it's not over. It's not over. We'll see. That struggle will continue. I just wish that with this win now she will be motivated. But then, if you see the way she struggles to get that straight set win against the Chinese, you know that she will have to be at her best to get something against American. Because for me, if you are not steady, if you are not stable in your play, the little advantage can be used against you. But let's see if with the injury concern, she can still move on. If she gets to win something this season, but I love the fact that she's having more playing time than as compared to last season. Although last season she has some time, but I just wish that she can get her hands in one of those ATPs. If she wins an ATP, that will motivate her more again. But then it takes a whole lot because some of the ladies too are there to also win something, just like you are.
Well, Tunisia's brightest and of course Africa's brightest when it comes to Grand Slam tennis, Ange Bois taking out his first win against a top 10 opponent since last year's Madrid Open, and we wish she can get stronger. We saw her last year, year before last, in 3 Grand Slam finals, but she didn't get to win any, and we hope that she was going to maybe improve on her status last year, but injury did not allow her. This is a brand new year, and we hope she can return back. She's one of those doubted to at least win a Grand Slam, given her level of performances.
I agree, no doubt. I mean, it will be very devastating to end her career without winning the title. She will be listed as one of those who
she was in 3 finals.
Last year, 2023 was a very lovely year for her. And she lost those finals. Imagine that you would think that okay, she was able to get one. Unfortunately, I think that was part of what devastated her. Coming to last year, because even when injury came in the WTA final that was played, she also did not find her footings, and unfortunately, she lost the rankings, and she's no longer in the top 10 because she has not been very consistent. Last year was very awful for her. But with the support of her family, she's getting back her mojo. I just think that she needed time off the sports to heal. But like you have seen her now, maybe that will bring her. But I think that she should aim at winning a Grand Slam. If she gets a Grand Slam, that will revive her career. We've seen a lot of, the testament of the lady who won the Australian Open is just there. She can hold on strongly, and nothing is impossible with the level of class that she shows when she comes to any particular tournament. And I think that winning a Grand Slam should not elude her. And I agree that I know this is her target, but then it takes a lot at this point, because there are a lot of energetic ladies who want to also achieve what you are aiming for. And for her, it's just about
you.